You ever start something with a clear vision in your head and then halfway through you're like, who sent me? Yeah, that was me with this poster. The shoot, that was the easy part. That edit though, was hard. Absolutely difficult. Not easy in the slightest. But the end result, entirely worth it. So for this video, I'm pulling you all the way behind the scene. I'm pulling back the curtain on y'all. From shooting the sneaker to animating the poster. Let's get into it. So let's start with the why, or as I prefer to say, the spark. I recently got these all-white Pumas, and you know that feeling when you get something brand new that you've been wanting forever and you just want to feel like a brand new person and take it everywhere you go? That was kind of the feeling that I was having with these. They're clean and minimal, and I am a sucker for a chunky sole. Also, I feel like they work in multiple situations, casual as well as a little bit dressy. That is perfect for being able to move and go places and just be active. So that's what really inspired the poster theme, movement and expressing movement. Because listen, a pair of sneakers gets a lot of steps in. Walking to work, running errands, pacing in the kitchen while you overthink a text message. So I really wanted the image to feel like it was already in motion. Not a still image, but something alive and animated, if you will. Okay, the actual shoot. It started off so innocent, so cutesy, so demure. I was telling myself I was just gonna hang the Puma sneakers, snap some shots, I'll do my big one in the editing booth, and then go. Easy. I was wrong. Hanging the shoe was the least of my worries. It was the lighting that was... Man, the lighting.
Why is this so hard?
The lighting.
Why is this so hard? Just say it.
My first backlight was this warm light that gave off this soft golden glow, but I just didn't really like it because it was giving too cozy and not enough excitement for the vision that I had in mind. Then the fill light just decided to hate me for no reason. It just kept casting this massive shadow onto the backdrop that no matter what angle I put, I could not figure out how to make it go away. It wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. That's really when I decided to hit the reset button. Let's start at the very beginning. That's not making it into the final cut. And you know what? I think that more people need to start doing that because sometimes you end up with something even better than what you began with, you know? Because, perfection doesn't happen on the first try. That is a very rare occurrence. And to this day, I'm still seeking that feeling. But yes, back to the original point. So I took everything down and I just decided to start over. This time I went with a cooler vibe. Blue LED on the backdrop, my Goodox as the fill, and of course, my favorite, my baby, my speed light. All a girl has in this world is her speed light and a vision. And finally, it just clicked, or at least I clicked some pictures. Boom. Now, editing. Editing. Oh, child. Editing. You ever just stare at your screen for so long that everything just starts looking ugly? Images jumble up together. Colors look desaturated. Taste is now a smell. That's kind of how I felt when I finished editing the first version of this poster. The first version that I exported had this black background and this harsh white border around the part where the sneaker started. And all I could think to myself was, that couldn't be all I could give. Really, it couldn't be. It felt stiff, loud in the wrong ways. Like it was shouting, I designed a poster, but not in a good way. It wasn't nice. It wasn't cutesy at all. And this is the point where honestly, I almost gave up. I literally closed the file and said, I'm not posting this. I wasted all of my time, but it's okay because I will not ever let this atrocity see the light of day. can't. But then, you know, my creative guilt kicked in and I just had this pit in my stomach that was like, no, you can do it. There's something there. Hang in and just rise above. Be the bigger person in the situation. Honestly, that one thought is what kept me going. And I think I was able to persevere. So I came back with a different idea in mind. I leaned into the motion blur, removed all those harsh edges and that horrible black background, extended the blue gradient, and really let that shoe breathe. Then I added the text, make moves. Simple, direct, feels like something Puma would say, and also something that I might say to myself sometimes, or should say to myself sometimes, because I'm kind of a lazy bum. But once I shifted from trying to make it look perfect, just trying to make it look like me, the whole idea changed. The animation came last. I really wanted to tie everything together with the motion theme by making aspects of the poster move, like the text bouncing in, the sketch fonts moving, especially that spiral around the sneaker. That's my favorite. And that's when it was finally complete. Here's what I've learned, and maybe you can apply this to yourself. Your first version may not be your best version, and that's absolutely okay. It's not your final version. So just get in there. You're in the weeds, you're in the middle, but the end is in sight, okay? Stick with it. And secondly, it's okay to change the plan. Things happen. You did have a vision initially, but you grow. And as you do things, you realize it's not working and you just try again. With experience, you won't have to change the plan so much. But we're always learning. And if anything, it's a learning person, not a growing. I'm just going to stop right there. And also, if you're proud of the process, not just the results, maybe you're doing something right. It's okay to have fun as you go. Let me know what you think of the poster in the comments, and if there was ever any project that tested your patience but turned out way better than expected. Stick around, there's more to come, and as always, subscribe, like, and share. Peace.